What's up, everybody? Welcome back to this week's episode of Process Sports Radio. Once again, I'm your host, Justin. We got a special guest in the building today. His name is Akshveer Boyal, but you guys all know him from Instagram as a Srpnch. What's happening, my dog?
What's up, Justin? Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, too. I know we just spoke a little bit earlier. We had a little bit of technical difficulties and everything, but we figured those out and we're ready to rock and roll, guys. So, bro, how are you doing through this whole COVID situation? How are you feeling? What's going on with you, bro?
I'm feeling good, man. Staying safe. Trying not to catch COVID. Even though I've been out and about, but just staying healthy overall, and just kind of making sure. What about you?
Dude, same thing, man. Just trying to stay healthy, trying to lose that quarantine weight, trying to get back in the gym and work out. Trying to wear my mask like everybody should be doing, wearing a mask. Just trying to be like that, man. Just try to keep on grinding, just keep on going on, right?
There you go.
Yeah, man. So I know you're big into fitness and all of that. I see you on Instagram at the gym every day, grinding hard. What was it like, and how did you keep active during this whole pandemic when the gyms were closed and everything?
To be completely honest, man, minimum. So the first week I was kind of upset that the gyms were closed, and I was just like, I'll try out these, I have these bands at home, resistance bands. So I was just kind of doing body work and just working with the resistance band, trying to do some shoulders. I was doing push-ups and whatnot, squats, body weight squats. But honestly, man, after a week, I was just like, this is boring. And my diet went to shit, and my workouts were minimal, push-ups. I would wake up and do 20 push-ups, 30 push-ups. It started off doing 100 push-ups.
Yeah.
And then it went to 50.
Reduce down, pal, yeah.
20, and then 10, and then it was nothing. And so I gained 27 pounds.
Yeah, bro. I know. I feel you. I mean, for myself as well. Not only just weight gaining, but you feel like so much, your mind slows down so much being stuck.
You're lethargic. You feel so lethargic.
Because, we're not used to it. We're out and about all the time. You always feel like you're always so busy, but then when you're forced to be stuck at home, you realize how really boring it is. You miss going out and hanging out with your friends or working out or whatever, right?
Yeah, now I know how people on house arrest feel.
Exactly, yo. I think house arrest is worse, bro, because house arrest, you're at least allowed out at some point in time. We're not allowed out at all.
That's true. It was a very difficult time, but it made me appreciate how much, just basic things are.
Yeah, man. But also, the one positive I found was I got to spend more time with my family, my parents, my siblings, stuff like that. Time that you don't really get to spend because everybody's busy in their own lives, but being at home and spending time with them, that's something that I really cherished out of that moment. For
sure. That was the same thing here. I spent a lot of time with my cousins and stuff, and we were always together kind of thing. It was nice. It was nice to kind of lay back and reminisce over those times when we were younger and growing up, all those sleepovers we used to do on the Gadde Dake, right? Have a sleepover, right? The same type of vibe.
Exactly, right? Let's go jump into the music side of it right now, because I know that's what you're doing so far. What and who were your early inspirations in the music, in music in general?
In music, so growing up, my dad was always involved with music artists. Growing up, him and Sardul Sikandar. They're buddies, best friends from college. So for me to grow up around Sardul uncle guys and hearing music. And my dad did write some songs, and he wrote songs for Sadul uncle as well. So for me, growing up with those people, and my dad also did shows Millati Anda back in the early 2000s. So we would have artists like Kamaljeet Needu and these old school singers.
Yeah,
and
totally.
just kind of I was always kind of growing up with that vibe. Mm-hmm. So for me, I want to say, I guess an early influence was my dad and all the Sadul uncle and all these other artists that were around.
Totally. And so growing up in that music industry and growing up with those icons around you, right?
Yeah.
When did you decide that you wanted to pursue music as a career and follow your passion?
So for me, I was kind of always shy, even with doing videos and stuff. When I started, I was still kind of shy about it. And if you a lot of people, when they would meet me outside, they'd be like, "Wow, this guy's a little reserved, right?" Because I was a little shy. So for me, music was always kind of I was always "Well, whatever people are gonna say, what is maybe I don't sound good, maybe my music isn't good. I don't know. I was just, for me, it was always over anxious about everything, and I would trip myself out.
Yeah.
And but basically, from what kind of got me started was when we started, Chandi guys started doing music.
Yeah.
And he kind of came out with the fact that like, he's been writing songs for such a long time, but he was always nervous to share his craft with the people. And then he just kind of decided that he's gonna do it. Who cares?
Yeah.
And that really like kind of like motivated me. And then when I did like a track with Janni Mahaparat where I rapped in it a little bit, that kind of put me into that mindset like, yo, screw it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I kind of started writing again, and like I was big into poetry growing up. Like when I was a kid, like I was like 10 years old, 10, 11.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, writing like basic poems and stuff, right? And like I kind of stopped, so that kind of faded away. But now like it's just coming back into it. Like Punjabi music is just so like dope, man. Like there's so many different variations and so much stuff you can do. And I really like how like the whole new dynamic is like Western beats influencing Punjabi music, and that's that.
Yeah, you look at all these guys, man, like Karn Aujla, AP Dillon, all these guys, bro. It's music that like you could party to, but it's music that like people can relate to as well, right?
Yeah, now too in your cars and stuff. Like it's not always Bhangra music, right? But like, say what you want, man. Folk is folk. You can't beat Bhangra folk music,
That's
bro.
True, bro. Like I know my parents are the same way. They always listen to this new Punjabi music. I listen to like it's nothing like what we grew up listening to. Whether it's you can't knock the classics, bro.
You can't knock the classics, man. You can't. You know, like rest in peace. Lee Monik, right? Monik's Hub,
yeah,
right? He's GOAT, man. These guys, like, just like these vibes, like, Sujit Bindrakia, also, big ups to these, like, just classic music, man.
Yeah, man.
Like, they still bump, like, I'm in here, like, Ground Shaker. Bro, that comes in at a reception.
Any party you go to, Ground Shaker's on, it's going to be that part, like, the dance floor's going to be packed, right?
It's just, and, like, just like these, you need those musics for receptions and parties, man, because, like, you can't really do Bhangra to like a lot of the new stuff.
Bro, you look at our culture, bro. What do we do best, bro? We get together and we have fun together, right? We need that music that keeps us together and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, man. It's just like kind of getting back on track with the whole topic. Yeah, man. I think motivation just came in recently.
Yeah.
So I've been like, screw it, man. Like I'm just gonna do it for myself.
And you know what, bro? Like, I really respect that mentality that you have where you just said, I don't care what other people think. This is what I want to do. This is what makes me happy. This is my passion. I'm going to do it. And I feel that, especially, like, in our culture where a lot of people kind of, like, want to, like, especially people, like, your parents or whoever, right? They want you to go to the certain direction, but it might not be what you want, right? And for the younger generation, for, like, people like us, man, I feel like it's important that we show people that, hey, we can do what you follow your passion, man. As long as you are like a good person and it's something illegal that your passion is, right, you should definitely follow it, man. But I feel like that's really motivational. How you were talking about how I didn't care what people said. I wanted to do it because it made me happy.
Yeah, man. Like if you're passionate about something, man, do it. Like obviously your parents are just concerned about like our future, and like that makes sense, right? Because it is what it is. Our parents just want to see us happy and successful, right? But
exactly, right?
Yeah.
Speaking on your family, but how important were your family and your friends in this decision that you made to pursue music and stuff like that?
I would say I'm pretty lucky because I've been pretty supported, like on like like from my friends, my family. Everybody's just kind of been like, at first they were kind of like, huh, like because they didn't know because I didn't share with anyone that I was into it. And so, because I was shy and nervous about it, and then when like one day I was just like, they're like, they thought about it, and then they're like, what, if you want to do that, like go for it, like because like I do have my other stuff that I'm doing, like work, and stuff. So for me, music is like a passion, and it's like even though it's like a side thing, but like it's not really because I'm so passionate about it that it's just fun for me. It doesn't even feel like
feel like work, right? It feels like it's something that you're doing for fun.
Yeah, it's like I love doing it. It's like my free time. Like if I have free time, like I'm just gonna start writing. Or like if I'm doing something like random, then I'll just start thinking of something music. And like it drives me. And I guess like it's the same thing with like sports and stuff too. It's like a lot of people are passionate about sports and watching sports and talking about sports, and that's why you have your podcast.
That's
right?
exactly it, bro. That's exactly it.
And like I don't see you looking at this as like work or anything. Bro, it's just doing it for fun.
For me personally, bro, like this started off as a hobby. And it was something that I just wanted to do for fun, that my buddies, all my friends were like, hey, man, you know so much about sports. Like, nobody knows as much as you do. Why don't you do something like that? And I'm like, you know what? Like you said, man, like for me, growing up, I was always a shy kid. Until I got to high school, then I really started opening up. like you, kind of the opposite of you. Like I'm more shy when I get in front of the camera. Like even to this day,
Yeah.
I still get a little bit like nervous when I get turn the camera on and stuff like that because you're putting yourself out there. Like you mentioned with Johnny, right? One of the think about how big he is now. But even he mentioned that he was nervous about putting his work out there. Same, like I feel that, bro, because like it's something you removing yourself from your comfort zone and putting yourself out there, right?
It gets you going. It's kind of like just like at first you are gonna be like a little, tread carefully. But man, honestly, if you want to do it, man, just do it. And
Just
like
do it.
so
Exactly.
how like everybody, like the kids and everybody, speak of the devil,
There you go. There you go. There is. It's a live
yeah,
scoop thing, man.
right? It's making it clearly, but yeah, man, it's just if you're gonna do something, man, just do it, right? Because if you feel it within, right, and you put it out there, then nobody's gonna hate on you,
Facts,
man,
bro.
because it's just gonna come out that much better because you felt about it, you felt passionate about
And
it.
and you could tell when somebody is passionate about something and they're doing it passionately. You can see it in the final product, whether that's music, sports, whatever. If you love what you do, you're gonna be good at it because you love what you do, right? It's just common math, right?
Yeah,
All right, bro. But going back to music though, for me, I love music, right? I love all types of music, whether it's Punjabi, rap,
every
R&B, Senti, whatever, bro. I
yeah.
always wanted to know what is it like? What's that process like in recording your own song?
Oh man, it's exhilarating, man. It's like adrenaline, like pumping in your body, and you're just like nervous. Like the first time I recorded was on Chandi's track Mahabharat, and he was just like, "Yo, you want to do a rap on it?" And I was just kind of caught off guard because I never mentioned that I was into music, but I guess like I always had insight when it came to music, and like I guess he realized that, and he was just like, "Yo, man, hop on it." And like I'm gonna tell you, I was so cold, like my body was like freakishly cold, and I was shaking. But I
Right.
got on the mic because my adrenaline was just pumping, and then I just closed my eyes and just let it flow, and it just came out. And I was just like that's kind of like how it goes. It's a very like when you're about to play like a final or like it's like a very important game for any sport, right? Like
Yeah.
if it's like a championship
You got
match or
that. You
like
got that adrenaline just pumping in your body, and you're ready to go, right?
you're just like ready to go. You're
You
like
could run,
that
you could
that
run like a brick wall, right?
yeah, exactly like that. Like it's so crazy and like it's just such a pump. Like literally the blood
Better
in
than
your
any
body
arm
is
pump you'll ever get in the gym.
yeah better than any pump. Like no pre-workout can beat that pump. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so since sports and music are so alike, how do you get yourself pumped up when you're in the studio? Do you listen to something to calm you down, or do you just listen to some more music to pump you back up, or what do you do to get pumped up for the studio?
For me, like the best time I go record anything that comes out proper is before the gym, or sorry, after the gym. So like I need to go to the gym beforehand because like it just gets me in that mojo, the mood, the creative flow. Like a lot of my music that I write is either when I'm sitting on the cardio bike or after when I'm done because my body's just like it's just a good vibe. Like I love working out, so for me it's such a relaxing and like it really like helps me clear my mind and like really be like sit down and relax. And then that helps me with my music, like even with my voice when it comes out clearer and better,
Right.
and I have more like energy. It's weird. It's just that's like kind of like my pre recording ritual that I kind of get like pumped. Like even when I go play sports or anything, I just do a little like get the blood flowing, stretching, pump like push ups. It's the same type of energy.
Right.
It's like you got a little bit of a pump, a literal pump for me in this case, like working out.
Literal pump
And
pumps you up, bro. Like I know for me, like I gotta calm down when I'm about to record or do something because, like you said, that adrenaline's flow. I'm like ready to just go, right? So I need to like listen to some like mellow music or like watch TV or whatever just to calm my mind down. But like you said, bro, like once you're in that zone, whether it's in the studio or out on the sports field, when you're in that zone, bro, and you do it, you spit a fire bar or you play a sick game, it's a feeling that's unbelievable.
there's nothing better, man. It's just so like it's so hard to explain that feeling. But if you played sports, if you've done anything like gone up in front of the stage or done something that like maybe even getting on a roller coaster like for the first time or like just anything, like it's just so exhilarating. Like bungee jumping, whatever it is, man. Like
Whatever.
it's just that feeling is just it's just such a feeling that
It's
like
the
everybody
ultimate
starts
high,
chasing
bro.
it
It's the ultimate high. Like nothing
Just-
can ever erase that feeling.
for sure.
But like speaking on that feeling, what was it like hearing the final cut of your song and seeing all that work that you put in, that idea on a piece of paper become a true piece of art?
Oh man, it's like it's insane, man. It's just because like knowing like the process, like it like that Miracle, my first single, my debut single.
Yeah.
It took about the whole process was like 2 months with the video and everything. But like seeing how it came in, like how I just wrote it down, and how like the words, I was literally how it came to me was me just sitting, and like I just started humming and I just started singing,
Yeah.
and I was just writing down stuff, and to see that go from pen and paper into a studio, do all the vocals, the music come in, and then just put it all together, and then when you hear it, it's just like you know what was put into it, and you know what work was put into it. Like even when we do like Johnny guys' songs, it's just like we hear the songs way before, and we know that whole process, and like it's just always funny because we're always like, because when people leave comments and they're like, oh, when's the next one, right? It's like
Yeah. We already got the next one in the back. We already got the next one ready to go, right?
yeah, we have the next, like you don't even know, man. Like the whole process is just it's such a satisfactory feeling when you complete it. It's like like at the end of a semester or at the end of a game when you win or anything, and it's like you all that work you put in, all that training, all that like time studying or all that time and effort that was put into it, and when you see the result and you're just happy with it, you're satisfactory because you like it's just such a vibe, man. I can't even explain.
I can see the smile on your face right now. I can tell how much it means to you, and trust me, I can probably imagine your face was even bigger smile at that point in time than you have one right now. So I can guarantee you, man. I know how you feel. Like it's something that like it starts off as an idea in your head. Like you're humming something, and all of a sudden that hum goes from it's a humming thing wherever you were, and then it's a song. It's a song out there that people can listen to, people can understand, and listen to your point of view, right?
Yeah, your idea is now a product. Like it's manifested itself and it exists.
Something in your mind is it's an unbelievable feeling.
Incredible feeling in the world, like for a creative, like any artist or any like any sports player or anybody, like student, like when it's so relatable to every different little niche. Like a lot of people think sports and music they're very different things, but the process and the feeling,
the work to get to that final product, and the time and hard work it takes to get is exactly the same. Sports and music, yes, they might be different, but they're so together. And I mean, that's kind of why like I wanted to start talking about music, because I feel like you just explained, like there's so many things that are relatable with coming up in music or coming up in sports that mesh so well together. That's why I feel like all music artists want to be athletes, and all athletes want to be artists, because they're so similar. Their come-ups are so similar.
It's such a vibe. Like it feels like music makes you feel, man. Like it just like anything that you listen to, it just gives you a feeling, right? Like it's like people get goosebumps playing a game, or like when they score a goal, or like you get goosebumps listening to a song. It's a feeling, man. Both of those things make you feel.
Right. So music is basically storytelling, right? What are you trying to tell through your music, or how would you define your music style?
I would say, like, for me, I kind of want to do varieties. Like, for me, it's like whatever I'm feeling in the moment. So I've been writing Srpnch stuff. I'm writing like hood stuff too, like, for the boys, like some
nice
like rowdy
stuff,
right? And like, like stuff that's relatable for us, like our generation, and like, like some really good, like, topics about like the Punjabi community and stuff too, and like, social norms and like, like double standards and stuff. Like, so that's with that, like for me, like because we grew up speaking English, like even though I speak Punjabi in the household, I know how to read, write, speak it. But the thing is, for me, it's just that like English is our main language, man. We use it on a
go to school for all those years. We speak English, right?
Yeah. So for me, writing in English is easy, but like for me, I'm just learning how to like translate it into Punjabi. And once I get that, like I'll be putting out more of that deeper stuff. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, man, honestly, whatever I feel like in the moment is a vibe, and I want to make stuff that's relatable to everybody, right?
That's right.
And like stuff like have personal experiences. But something that everybody can relate to, because everybody's been through some sort of heartbreak. They've been sad, or they've been pumped up, and like hood stuff, like listening to like whipping this, driving this car.
We all want to get in the car, to roll the windows down, bump some fire tunes, and all that stuff. But we also have those moments, like you said, where we are down. We want to listen to some Srpnch stuff that will help us through some tough times.
Yeah, man, and just whatever, good vibes too, good energy, right? Summer music, or stuff that you listen to at a pool party, maybe.
Yeah.
Like beach vibes too, like whatever, man. I just kind of want to hit everything, and it's not so that like like it's just, I guess for me it's like I just whatever I want to vibe to, because for me I grew up listening to so many different varieties of music, like whether it was hip hop, whether it was Punjabi music, whether it was like EDM, right, like electric, like literally like dance. I used to rave back in the day, man. Like and for me, listening to even rock sometimes, man. I listen to rock at the gym.
Dude, I feel you, man. People sleep on rock and roll. Rock and roll will get you pumped up.
Majorly. I just love jamming out, like full
exactly,
rock on.
Bro, exactly. And
like that translates into my like whole like aspect. Like, every music is a feeling, right? Music isn't always necessarily a sound. It makes you feel. So like,
comes from your soul,
right? Music that everybody can vibe to. So it's like, I'm gonna hit like a bunch of genres and like stick to those and like within my grouping, and then Punjabi music though, right?
Yeah, of course. And that's what I like to hear, bro. You're touching on topics, like you said earlier, that are going on in our community that don't get talked about. Whether that is the double standard, where, let's be honest, there is double standards in our community, or there's other things like one where people, talk or get involved in other people's business that they don't know the point of being up, or whatever your story is, bro. That I do respect, because you're talking about stuff that's facts, that's going on in our community, in our everyday life, that not everybody wants to talk about. But having that voice of somebody who can talk about those issues is something that we need more of.
Definitely, man. And like that's just gonna come with time, and like eventually once I start getting into that whole like process of like, putting it into words, then I'll put out more of that stuff. Yeah. But right now for me it's just vibes, right?
Vibes, right? But at the end of the day, bro, like we said earlier, if the vibes are what makes you happy and what you want to motivate you to write music, go for it, bro. Your music is good. You have the talent. I can tell you have the passion, bro. And that's all that matters, bro. This is something that you want to do. It's your creative brain. It's your creative mindset. You should be able to create what you want to create out of it.
Yeah,
bro.
Sure. Exactly that.
Exactly. But that's all, bro. That's all I got today. I want to thank you again for coming on. Hopefully we can do this again. We're actually in person. Hopefully all this gets together, because I could tell, bro. Like, I really enjoy talking to you. You're a really easy guy to talk to. I don't know what you're talking about being reserved, bro. I mean, you're a pretty easy guy to talk to and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, man. Honestly, it's just vibes, man. Positive vibes.
Straight up.
Well, it is, right? I definitely sense that from you, and you're doing a great job, man. So
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate you as well.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, don't worry, bro. Boy, like I said, guys, I'm gonna tag Srpnch in the video on Instagram and on YouTube. Make sure to follow him. This guy's posting crazy stuff at the gym every day. If you want to get motivated, you want to get a pump on, watch his stories on Instagram. It'll definitely motivate you. But bro, I want to thank you again so much. Stay safe, take care, and appreciate it.
Thank you.